Hello everyone, this is Mandeep Singh Shekhawat and today we are designing chat application. So we will have a complete system design discussion, basically HLD discussion, high level design discussion of chat application. The chat application can be anything. जैसे कुछ examples अगर हम लें, WhatsApp can be one such application, Telegram can be one such applications, right? Signal can be another application, FB Messenger can be another application. So there can be some variations in these applications, but the basic functionality what we are looking at is that two users can communicate with each other via chat messaging. Now that definitely the chat messages can be like different. It can be text messages, it can be images, it can be videos. So if you go to functional requirement, like what kind of requirements we are looking at, basically first is the one to one chat कि मेरे को बात करनी है अपने दोस्त से, आई कैन कनेक्ट विथ माई दोस्त एंड देन स्टार्ट माई चैट. देन वी नीड अ ग्रुप चैट. ठीक है, सो इट कुड बी पॉसिबल दैट certain people make a group and then they interact with each other. ठीक है, तो group chat is another functionality we are looking at. Then we need read receipt. So when we say read receipt, what we mean is, let's say this is your user 1 and this is your user 2, this is u1, this is u2. This u1 is sending messages to u2 and u2 is sending messages to u1. So when we say read receipt, what we mean is read receipt, what we mean is that whenever u1 sends a message, so we can say that the u1 should know when the message is delivered, the u1 should know when the message was read. So basically if you have used WhatsApp, you see the single tick, double tick, right, and then blue tick. So these kind of scenarios, these kind of use case we want to support with our मैसेजिंग एप्लीकेशन. देन अनदर फंक्शनलिटी वी नीड इज लास्ट सीन, व्हेन वाज द यूजर लास्ट एक्टिव. तो जैसे मैंने u1 की प्रोफाइल खोली, आई शुड बी एबल टू सी कि व्हेन वाज द लास्ट टाइम u2 वाज एक्टिव, और लाइक इफ u1 इज ऑनलाइन और नॉट राइट नाउ. Another functionality is WhatsApp status or stories. So this I already created a video, you can go check that out. I will also add that link in the video description, so you can check that. It has detailed discussion around how you can design systems. If you talk about, let's say I want to design Instagram stories, or if I want to design Snapchat stories, or I want to any kind of story related functionality, if you want to design, you can go check that video and you will get gather all the insights. Chat are stored in server and user. So this is a kind of requirement gathering. Like when I say chat, right, when I say these two users are interacting with each other, where actually you are storing the chats. ठीक है, कि मैं सारे के सारे chats जो है वो सर्वर पे स्टोर कर रहा हूँ, या फिर आई एम स्टोरिंग ऑल द chats in the mobile application. Okay, so this is a clear requirement. If we talk about WhatsApp stores the chat messages, like as soon as the message is delivered to a user, it is removed from the server and is already stored on the client application. Then you can basically provide backup functionality as such. Let's say you integrate your WhatsApp with Google Drive, so that in case you want to switch to another application, or you have, let's say, bought a new phone, so you can take that backup from Google Drive and then sync your messages. So these kind of functional requirements we are looking at. So in this video specifically, we will try to discuss or try to gather all like related data, or like what kind of storage requirement we might require if we go with the server storage solution. Okay, now let's move to NFR. So when we say NFR is basically your non-functional requirements. So they are not like from a user facing per se. I have like I have created a video which you will find in my playlist. What do we mean by functional requirements and what do we mean by non-functional requirements? So if you have doubt around that, you can definitely check that video. So what kind of requirements we are looking at for our chat availability? Basically, for any application we design, we need availability, right? Like we want our application to be available at maximum time. Like we will not guarantee 100% availability. It generally happens that from time to time there are some issues which occur, but we strive for maximum availability that we can provide to our users. Low latency. So when we say low latency, we took this example, right? This u1 and u2 are interacting with each other. So when we say this u1 and u2 are interacting with each other, we want that as soon as this u1 sends a message to u2, this message should be delivered to u2 with no time or with minimum latency. So this is what we mean by low latency. Whenever the users are interacting with each other, we want कि जल्दी से जल्दी मैसेज पहुंच जाए. ऐसा नहीं कि भाई तुम उसको वेट करवा रहे हो कि हाँ भाई मैंने मैसेज भेजा था अभी तक नहीं पहुंचा, तुम कॉल करके बोल रहे हो कि हाँ भाई मैसेज नहीं आया. ठीक है, सो वी डोंट वांट दैट. डेफिनेटली वी नीड अ लो लेटेंसी एप्लीकेशन if we talk about our chat application. Another one is scalability. So your system should be scalable as your user base grows. So if you talk about WhatsApp, if we took like these are the numbers which I took from internet for WhatsApp. So it has 2.24 billion monthly users. Okay, these are the active users which WhatsApp has. So you can see that scale is huge. You have to support lot of users, lot in a number, in a bulk. Okay, so definitely there will be one requirement which you will need to discuss with your interviewer if you are giving the interviews, or if you are designing the application at your end. You will have to discuss, when I say group chat, what is the number of members this group can maximum have, because that will define how this message will be delivered to those users, right? So it's basic classic problem of fan out. If there are a lot of users, you will have to send the messages to a lot of users in that group. Let's say this group has let's say this थोड़ा सा मिटा देते हैं, जगह बनाते हैं हम जल्दी से. Okay, so let's say this group has let's say 1 million users. Okay, this is a very famous group, it has 1 million users. So whenever you publish something in the group, let's say you are the group admin, you publish something, this should be sent to all the users. Okay, so if I say 1 million users in the group, so you have to basically send the notification to all of them, send a notification or deliver this message to all of them. So this is a very huge requirement that will define your system, what are the number of messages in your group. And similarly, it will be your similar to like you definitely, if you watch this video, you will find the similar analogies there, and it is related to that celebrity problem only. So in cases, if a celebrity has lot of followers, how can you basically push those notification to those users? So it is related to that, and you can directly compare it to there, and you can check out the videos in my playlist related to it. One is the story and another is newsfeed system design. So you can check out those videos and this concept. If the group size is huge, then how it should be handled. Let's quickly talk about some kind of estimations. So there are some numbers which I took from internet. Let's say this monthly user active base, so it's 2.24 billion, as I earlier specified. Storage, so when we say storage, messages are stored on server. So if we talk about Telegram or FB Messenger, messages are stored on server. If we talk about WhatsApp, again, WhatsApp stores messages on client application. So we don't require huge storage. जैसे मेरे को इमेजेस स्टोर करनी है, मेरे को वीडियो स्टोर करना है. चैट एप्लीकेशन में, चैट मैसेजेस में हो सकता है कि टेक्स्ट मैसेजेस जो आप भेज रहे हो, द टेक्स्ट मैसेजेस यू आर सेंडिंग, द स्टोरेज विच इज रिक्वायर्ड इज लिटिल लेस. बट for storing images and for storing videos, it will be huge. So you will have to figure out some kind of mechanisms. Like I will give you some hints around what kind of mechanisms are those. But अगर वैसी रिक्वायरमेंट है, सो दीज थिंग्स यू विल हैव टू क्लैरिफाई, और दीज थिंग्स यू हैव टू पुट अप इन योर माइंड वेन एवर यू आर डिजाइनिंग द एप्लीकेशन, कि दिस इज द रिक्वायरमेंट, दिस इज अ ह्यूज रिक्वायरमेंट दैट विल डिफाइन माई स्टोरेज स्ट्रक्चर. So let's take an example. If we go ahead and store the, let's say we are storing the messages in server. So assuming that we are having 100 billion messages per day. This is again a number of WhatsApp, and I'm not sure if these numbers are reliable, but I took it from internet only, like not a reliable source though. But yeah, let's assume that we are publishing, or like there are total of 100 billion messages which are being processed every day. Now if we take the ratio, let's assume 70% of these messages are text, 20% are images, and 10% are videos. This is again my assumption. So you can consider, like whenever I taking like whenever I'm describing these numbers, you can see, you can think of it as a combination of my assumptions plus some data available on the internet. Okay, so again, like again, if we talk about the storage requirements for each of them, so you can say that the single text message, average text message will consume 128 bytes, the image is 1 KB, and your video is 10 KB. Okay, so definitely you will need some kind of compression algorithm, so that you want to save the space, right? If you are storing the data on server, and you might have also seen this, that quality is little bit reduced, or let's say you uploaded 10 MB video. If you see the final user, like the recipient user has downloaded the video which is only of, let's say, 100 KB. So if you see, this is a huge gap. So the same video is basically compressed when it is transferred over the network. So if we assume, like if we go ahead with these numbers, and with these numbers that you are passing 100 billion messages, your total storage which is per day is 118 TB, 118 TB per day data storage you require. So definitely you are paying in huge, and I'm not sure if we will able to earn that much of money, because any if we are designing application, the cost factor is important. It's very very important. Like you can come up with like bunch of microservices, you can come up with bunch of, like let's say you come up with 5 microservices and you say that your application will scale for 1 million users, but your application actually has only 5 users. So these kind of scenarios you have to go through, you have to put through your mind that okay, let's say this is the storage requirement, this is my storage requirement, then you have to think alternatively, do I actually need this? Can I actually store the videos and images on the client application itself? Do I need to keep them in my server or keep in my storage always? That is the one thing which you have to consider. Another thing is compression algorithm. So this is one, that do we have to keep them actually on the server or not? This you will have to clarify. This will you will have to finalize to understand that oh yeah, this is, I am going ahead with this situation, I am going ahead with this design, and these are my possible numbers which I can have. So this is the one thing which you have to clarify. Then another is compression algorithm. Should be really good to optimize storage space. Definitely we need this. That example we took here, right? You reduce 10 MB to 100 KB or more less than this. Like, and when we say better compression algorithm, the better compression algorithm is the video quality is reduced very less, but the storage space is reduced by a high amount. So you reduced 100 KB, let's say 100 MB to 100 KB, but the quality is relatively same only. It is reduced very less, and like the users will not notice as well. So this is what we mean by the better compression algorithm. Should be really good. तो इसका मतलब वही है. Another thing could be that let's say the compression algorithm is you good, and then you are also saving the data on the storage. When we say these two users are interacting, there are very less chances. There are very less chances that this particular user will see the images which are in history, right? It's the user will generally see the conversations which is happening recently. There are very less chances that the user will go ahead and check the images which were sent, let's say 4 years ago. So in these kind of scenarios, can you move such kind of images, or can we remove this such kind of data to some kind of archival data store? If we talk about AWS, so let's say the data was stored in the S3. Okay, so later on, once you have configured some kind of lifecycle policy that after 30 days, the data will be moved to Glacier. Less recent, like the data which is not accessed recently or not accessed frequently can be moved to Glacier. So it is a cheaper data storage. ठीक है. So these kind of decisions, what I am saying, मतलब जो मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको ये decisions लेने होंगे basis the requirements you are defining. समझे बात? Now moving further, another thing is there is a lot of images video that are forwarded shared again and again. ठीक है. तो जैसे हम दिवाली का एग्जांपल लेते हैं. दिवाली पे क्या होता है, आपने एक दोस्त को अपनी फोटो भेजी, उस दोस्त ने 10 लोगों को वो फोटो भेज दी कि भाई हाँ, हैप्पी दिवाली हैप्पी दिवाली हैप्पी दिवाली. तो सेम इमेज, दिस पर्टिकुलर इमेज, ये अपना हैंडसम सा यूजर मनदीप है, मनदीप की फोटो हर कोई भेज रहा है हर जगह. ठीक है, मनदीप की फोटो हर जगह भेजी जा रही है. तो अगर ये सेम इमेज है, डू आई वॉन्ट टू स्टोर इट अगेन एंड अगेन? डू आई वॉन्ट टू स्टोर इट एंड अगेन? नो. So can you come up with some kind of optimization, or let's say you have calculated the hash of this image and you stored that hash. Thus if the same image comes again, then you just update like where this image is actually stored already. You don't want to store it again. So this is one reason, one example, that you calculate the hash of this image. Another could be that let's say this is a huge video. Now there could be possibility that this is, let's say, 1 minute video. Okay, this is 1 minute video, and this some people shared 30 seconds of video like before, and they did some editing, and some are sharing, let's say, 10-second video. So if you see, some of the chunks of these videos are same. So again, this is a further optimization of your algorithm. This is the further optimization of your algorithm, that when the chunks are same, can you, instead of storing the entire image, can you do something that this is broken into chunks, and then you store those chunks into this you basically compute the chunks into your what I mean is, let's repeat. What I mean is that you store the chunks of this video in your storage, and then you compare the chunks. ठीक है. Then definitely you will need also some kind of algorithm that like how this chunk should be merged when I have to show this video to a user. So basically this all these things will come in effect when you operate at scale. ठीक है. तो बेसिकली यू विल हैव टू थिंक अगेन एंड यू विल हैव टू रीट्रेट योर सॉल्यूशन. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको फर्स्ट टाइम में परफेक्ट सॉल्यूशन बनाना है. देखो इंटरव्यूज में ऐसा होता है कि हम कोशिश करते हैं कि 100 मिलियन यूजर्स के लिए हम एप्लीकेशन बना रहे हैं, बट वेन एवर यू आर लॉन्चिंग समथिंग इन योर स्टार्टअप और वेन यू आर प्रोबेबली क्रिएटिंग ए स्टार्टअप, your application is not used by 100 million applications, so you can always reiterate. ठीक है, आपने सिंपल में like whenever you actually started, you started with storing this single images again and again, but as you moved and as you grow to a more scale, then you took this hash. ठीक है, मैं इमेज को एक बार स्टोर करूंगा, वीडियो को एक बार स्टोर करूंगा. देन अगर आपकी और स्केल बढ़ी, देन यू अगेन रीइटरेटेड ओवर योर डिजाइन दैट आई विल ऑल्सो ब्रेक दिस फाइल इनटू मल्टीपल चंक्स. तो ये हम बातें ध्यान में रख सकते हैं व्हेन वी आर एक्चुअली डिजाइनिंग द सिस्टम. नाउ लेट्स आई थिंक यू गॉट अ जनरल आइडिया अराउंड द सिस्टम. सो लेट्स डिस्कस अराउंड द हाई लेवल व्यू ऑफ द सिस्टम कि वैसा अपना सिस्टम कैसा दिख सकता है. तो मैसेज यहाँ पे मनदीप भेज रहा है साक्षी को. ठीक है, साक्षी को मैसेज भेजा जा रहा है मनदीप द्वारा. तो मनदीप अपना हैंडसम सा लड़का और साक्षी को मैसेज भेज रहा है. ये अपना व्हाट्सएप सर्वर है. सो मैसेज इज बिंग सेंड टू साक्षी इज हेलो. ओके, hello message is being sent by Mandeep. This is WhatsApp server in between. So definitely the one thing which you have to like, if you have already heard of some things related, like the users can directly interact with each other as well, right? Without requiring any server in between. So we discussed this kind of thing in our Discord architecture video, so you can refer that, like what are the benefits if we introduce server in between, because whenever the users are interacting with each other without any server in between, the solution will not be scalable. Like we took example there of WebRTC. Okay, so in this scenario what we are doing is we have these two users, Mandeep and Sakshi. Sakshi is sending a message to Mandeep is sending a message to Sakshi. Sakshi reply नहीं करेगी. ठीक है, कर सकती है, मनदीप हैंडसम सा लड़का है. तो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, मनदीप इज सेंडिंग ए मैसेज, व्हाट्सएप सर्वर इज बिटवीन. सो इफ साक्षी इज नॉट ऑनलाइन, सर्वर विल कीप द मैसेज एंड डिलीवर वंस ही इज ऑनलाइन. ओके, सो दिस सर्वर शुड होल्ड अ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दैट इफ द यूजर इज नॉट ऑनलाइन, इफ द यूजर इज ऑनलाइन, देन डायरेक्टली डिलीवर द मैसेज. जो हमने लो लेटेंसी की रिक्वायरमेंट है, लो लेटेंसी का NFR है, अपना नॉन फंक्शनल रिक्वायरमेंट है, दैट एज सून एज मनदीप सेंड्स द मैसेज शुड बी डिलीवर्ड टू साक्षी. बट if in scenarios Sakshi is not online, then the server will keep this message, the server will store the message and delivered once she is online. Got it? समझ गए हैं हम बात. हम आगे चलते हैं. How will users establish connection with servers? So this is again an important concept we will be discussing कि whenever these users are interacting with other, what is the best mechanism that you can follow, कि मैं कैसे यूजर्स की कनेक्टिविटी इस्टेब्लिश कर सकता हूँ. सो हाउ विल यूजर इस्टेब्लिश कनेक्शन विद सर्वर्स. सो when we think of like what kind of mechanisms we need, or like what is the requirement we have, basically let's focus on the requirements first. ठीक है, तो एक थोड़ी सी जगह देखते हैं हम यहाँ पे. तो what is the requirement we have? If we say these two users are continuously interacting with each other, this is server, this is your Mandeep, and here we have Sakshi. So we say that they are interacting each other with continuously. So one mechanism is HTTP, right? HTTP protocol. तो HTTP protocol में होता क्या है, आपने मैसेज भेजा. Okay, so first you will basically do that, let's say 3-way TCP handshake. Once the handshake is established, then you will send the message to server, then server will forward the message. Now this is important here. The server, in general, the HTTP request walks from client to server, and then server sends back the response in favor of this request. There is no such mechanism available that server can directly send a message to Sakshi without establishing a connection. So the another optimized approach will be something called as polling. ठीक है, कि साक्षी ने पोलिंग कर रखी है कि जब भी कोई मैसेज आए, लॉन्ग पोलिंग एंड शॉर्ट पोलिंग, देयर इज अगेन अ वीडियो विच वी हैव क्रिएटेड, सो यू कैन डेफिनेटली रिफर दैट. सो इफ यू से पोलिंग, सो दिस साक्षी हैज एस्टेब्लिश्ड अ कनेक्शन विद सर्वर, कि अगर मेरे को कोई भी रेस्पॉन्स कोई भी मेरे लिए मैसेज आता है, इफ देयर इज एनी मैसेज फ्रॉम एनी यूजर, देन डिलीवर दैट मैसेज टू मी. सो दैट इज वन वे. another way is you establish a bi-directional connections कि सर्वर यूजर को कुछ भेज सकता है और यूजर सर्वर को कुछ भी भेज सकता है. So if you establish a bi-directional connection with server, it will ensure that you are not performing the handshake again and again. अपने लो लेटेंसी की रिक्वायरमेंट अगेन यहाँ पे हम मैच करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. So the server don't have to do that authentication or the handshake process again and again, and the same connection which is established. So basically you are not spending any time in establishing that connection. The connection is already established. You just have to pass on the network packets. Okay. So the bidirectional connection is preferred to avoid TCP handshake again and again over HTTP. So WebSocket is one concept. WebSocket again, जैसे मैंने आपको बार बार बोल रहा हूँ, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ वीडियोस इन माय प्लेलिस्ट, तो गो चेक दोज वीडियोस. और अगर आपको प्लेलिस्ट पसंद आती है तो डू क्या करना है आपको, अगर आपको प्लेलिस्ट पसंद आती है तो डेफिनेटली यू हैव टू सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल एंड लाइक दोज वीडियोस, एंड ऑल्सो आपको शेयर भी करना है, भी लोगों को ज्ञान बढ़ाना है. ठीक है. तो वेब सॉकेट हाउ इट ऑपरेट्स, वी हैव डेफिनेटली वी हैव ए वीडियो विच यू कैन like where you will understand how WebSockets and polling differ, so you can check that video. Okay. So WebSocket is a bi-directional connection. Okay. So we mentioned that this is your user Mandeep, got it, this is your handsome sa ladka Mandeep, and this is your server. So they are interacting with each other. So basically WebSocket helps in establishing a bi-directional connection. ठीक है, कि सर्वर मनदीप को कोई रिक्वेस्ट भेज रहा है या फिर नेटवर्क पैकेट्स भेज रहा है, एंड दिस मनदीप यूजर, this user Mandeep is sending some network data to this server. So this is one way to go about it. You can use WebSockets instead of your HTTP normal connection, and this basically operates on port number 80 और 443 only. ये हेल्प कैसे करता है बेसिकली कि आपका अगर पोर्ट इसी पे चल रहा है 8C और 443 पे, you don't have to worry about firewalls. ठीक है. HTTP पे जनरली like all the firewalls generally unblock the HTTP protocol unless there are any specific use cases. Okay. So in those kind of scenarios, WebSockets is operating on 80 and 443 only, so you don't have to worry about those firewall loads. WhatsApp actually uses XMPP protocol. ठीक है. Like they are not using the what we have as an open source component. They use their custom XMPP protocol. But if I give you a very general idea, very brief idea about XMPP and how it differs from WebSocket is, XMPP, like first of all, what's the full form? Extensible Messaging and Presence Protocol. So this is specially built for instance messaging. ठीक है, नाम में आपको पता लग रहा है. ठीक है. प्रेजेंस प्रोटोकॉल. तो आपको ये दो प्रॉपर्टीज, दो फीचर्स अपने अंदर इनहेरेंटली प्रोवाइड कर देता है. वन इज messaging, another is presence protocol. We needed something to help us to identify कि if the user is online and or not. XMPP में वो ऑटोमेटिक आएगा. अगर हम WebSocket की बात करें, then application need to implement the presence functionality. In case of XMPP, you will also get context list. ठीक है. So these are the three information which you get out of the box in XMPP, that you will get what the message you are sending basically, right? And then what is the presence, like if the user is online or not. Okay. Then you have context list. ठीक है, कि कौन कौन यूजर्स हैं उसके कॉन्टेक्ट्स में. सो इट ऑपरेट्स ऑन बेसिकली a unique ID which is assigned to a user which is called Jabber ID. Got it? मैंने बचपन में इसमें थोड़ा सा काम किया था इंटर्नशिप के दौरान XMPP प्रोटोकॉल पे. आई हैव ऑल्सो रिटन वन geeks आर्टिकल, सो यू कैन check that out as well. You will get the basic concepts around what is XMPP and how it operates. So we will move ahead with our design protocol. Okay, so let's say we are establishing a bi-directional connection. Mandeep is here, Sakshi is here, he is your server, and we have established a bi-directional connection here. Now let's move forward and discuss how this actually works. And before that there are some things like what kind of storage requirements we have. Okay, before moving to actual design and before moving to component deep dive, let's discuss what kind of storage we require or what kind of storage requirement we have. So if we talk at Uber level, ठीक है, बाकी information भी हमें चाहिए, जैसे हमें like let's say I want to do some kind of analytics or and all those things. So we are not focusing on it here. We are mainly focusing on the high level design of our system which is chat messaging application. तो यहाँ पे आपको user information maintain करनी है. ठीक है, यूजर नेम क्या है, फोटो क्या है, फोन नंबर क्या है, when was the user last online, then okay, user chats. So you have text, images and videos. Got it? So let's move forward with user information. What kind of information you want to store for your user? So for user Mandeep, user अपना Mandeep है. Mandeep के लिए आप क्या क्या स्टोर करोगे? नेम स्टोर करोगे, फोन नंबर स्टोर करोगे, स्टेटस, लास्ट एक्टिव अकाउंट क्रिएटेड ऑन. So all this information. Okay, and basically if I say if we say गलत हो गया. Okay. So if we say that I want to store some kind of images or not. So if we talk about this data store, we are just dumping the URL here, okay, or some kind of metadata from which you can construct the S3 URL. That will be the preferred one instead of storing the actual S3 URL. So you should always store some kind of metadata from which the URL can be formed and then it can be looked up. So whenever we say that I am storing a video or I am storing an image or I am storing a GIF, probably all these videos are dumped to a block storage such as S3 or Microsoft Blob storage, and then your actual database which you have, it will just store the information कि वो image कहाँ पे पड़ी है. अगर आपको वो जाके लेनी है तो भाई यहाँ पे जाओ और ले आओ. समझ गए बात? ओके. तो if we talk about our user information, so one thing which is important is, like if we talk about the access patterns. ठीक है, अगर हम एक्सेस पैटर्न्स की बात करें तो दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज लाइक वेरी लेस, लाइक इट्स नॉट दैट रीड हैवी और राइट हैवी. बोथ इंफॉर्मेशन इज नॉट दैट रीड हैवी और राइट हैवी. मतलब कौन से इतने लोग हैं कि जो लोग जाके रोज रोज अपनी फोटो चेंज करते हैं या फिर रोज रोज अपना स्टेटस चेंज करते हैं, ऑल दोस थिंग्स, राइट? सो दिस एज कंपेयर टू अदर फंक्शनैलिटीज वी हैव ऑन आवर चैट एप्लीकेशन, दिस इज लेस रीड हैवी और राइट हैवी. बेसिकली द ऑपरेशंस आर नॉट दैट इंटेंसिव. बट इफ यू सी दिस पर्टिकुलर फील्ड लास्ट एक्टिव, ठीक है, दिस लास्ट एक्टिव एट्रीब्यूट कैन बी फ्रीक्वेंटली अपडेटेड कि ये लास्ट एक्टिव कब था. ठीक है, सो एज दिस इज द फ्रीक्वेंटली अपडेटेड इन्फो कैन बी हैंडल्ड बाय ए सेपरेट सर्विस प्लस डेटाबेस टू अवॉइड यूजर डीबी अपडेट्स. नाउ आइदर वी कैन इंटीग्रेट इट विद अदर इन्फॉर्मेशन, बट वी शुड डेफिनेटली नॉट कीप इट इन हियर एज ए पार्ट ऑफ यूजर इन्फॉर्मेशन. ठीक है, तो आइए आपको कहीं और फिट करना है, वो हम देखते हैं कहाँ हम कर सकते हैं. नाउ लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड. Okay, so we have right now here I'm trying to focus what kind of storage we want to actually use. Okay, so any relation between different users, if a user account is deleted, can it still be in the context of another user? For simplicity we can assume that contact list, the phone context list equal to WhatsApp contact list. Okay, so if the user is deleted on WhatsApp, we are not actually deleting from the context of that user. The phone context list, whatever a particular user is maintaining, that means it is the same as WhatsApp context list. Got it? So this is for simplicity, and I think WhatsApp behaves on the similar manner. So it's like simplicity or complexity, we are going ahead with this design. Transaction support, we don't need any transaction support here. ठीक है, ट्रांजेक्शन सपोर्ट मतलब एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं, जैसे मान लो कंसिस्टेंसी की अगर हम बात करें. सो डू वी हैव ए रिक्वायरमेंट कि एज सून मनदीप अपडेटेड, अपना हैंडसम लड़का मनदीप अपडेट्स हिज प्रोफाइल पिक्चर, डू वी हैव रिक्वायरमेंट कि एज सून इट इज अपडेटेड द सेम इमेज इज डिस्प्ले टू ऑल द यूजर्स? नो, वी डोंट हैव सच रिक्वायरमेंट. कहीं यूजर को पुरानी इमेज दिखा दो, किसी यूजर को नई इमेज दिखा दो, हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. सो वी डोंट नीड स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रांजेक्शन सपोर्ट, वी डोंट नीड दैट. ओके, स्केल ऑफ डेटा, so it's basically total number of users only. It's not that we are storing that messages and all those information. So it's will be relatively less कि अब अपना जो number of users थे कितने थे, 2 point कुछ तो थे बिलियन में. ठीक है, so उसी के context में you can take some general idea कि name में मान लो हमने store किया 16 bytes. ठीक है, so you can take these kind of assumptions and you can see what is the total storage you require, and basically you can use that information to actually decide the database. So in here if you see, both SQL and NoSQL database can be explored for keeping this user information, like the discussions we had till now, like this is the information I want to store. Okay, and these are the key points. So basis this, both SQL and NoSQL information, NoSQL and SQL data store can be used. Traditionally looking at different systems such as Instagram, user info is kept in relational data. Generally मैंने मतलब काफ़ी systems के बारे में पढ़ा है. Generally लोग जो भी user information रहती है, they generally store this information in the NoSQL databases, and with partitioning we will definitely need a partitioning to scale as users grow. We will definitely need it at the scale we are talking about. So at here you can discuss different partitioning schemes. Okay, अगर मतलब आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो और आप डिस्कस कर रहे हो कि हाँ भाई मैं चैट एप्लीकेशन बना रहा हूँ, तो यू कैन डेफिनेटली डिस्कस कि कौन सी आपकी पार्टीशनिंग एल्गोरिथम हो रही है. क्या आप हॉरिजॉन्टल पार्टीशनिंग कर रहे हो, क्या आप वर्टिकल पार्टीशनिंग कर रहे हो? तो हॉरिजॉन्टल पार्टीशनिंग विल मेक मोर सेंस हियर. क्या बेसिकली यूजर आईडी के हिसाब से डिवाइड कर रहे हो कि हाँ कौन से डेटाबेस में कहाँ तक कहाँ डेटा है. यू विल ऑल्सो नीड टू हैंडल हॉट की पार्टीशंस एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. बट horizontal partitioning is one way to go about it. Okay, now second storage requirement we have is user chats. ठीक है, तो user chats we want to store. We concluded on the information around the user information. Now we actually want to user chats. So we will have message ID, message from किसका कौन मैसेज भेज रहा है, मैसेज किसको भेजा जा रहा है, टाइम स्टैम्प क्या है, कौन से टाइम पे मैसेज भेजा गया, देन कंटेंट. Okay, you can also keep information such as is this message seen or not. Okay, is message seen. ठीक है, तो these kind of informations you can keep in this user chat. And now this message ID can be unique ID. अब यहाँ पे एक चीज डिस्कस करनी है हमें. Does this message ID, when we say this is unique ID, does this message ID has to be unique across the system? जब हम across the system बात कर रहे हैं, do we have a requirement कि this ID which we are generating per message it is unique across the system? Across the system बोला कि जितने भी messages भेजे जा रहे हैं, ठीक है, 100 million messages per day भेजे जा रहे हैं, do I have a requirement that the ID which is generated is unique? नहीं चाहिए हमें. ठीक है, it will unnecessarily introduce a complexity and there is no such requirement to do it. So what you can do, like let's say these two users are interacting, Mandeep and Sakshi, again आप आपस में बात कर रहे हैं, so all the messages which are happening between these two persons, they can have their unique ID so that you can identify or like you can associate those messages and uniquely identify those messages. Okay, so it can be basically local to one-on-one or group chats. Got it? If we talk about group message, like the only difference from user chat will be that group ID, then message from timestamp, content and message ID, and basically you can also add that information which is message seen or not, or like what's the current message state. Basically if we talk about Java, you can basically keep a enum also that this message is right now read, this message is right now sent, this message is right now delivered. Okay, so these kind of statuses you can maintain and then accordingly update it. Now let's talk about scale of data. Color हम change कर लेते हैं ताकि हमें अच्छे से दिख पाए. Scale of data. Discord use SkylaDB. So basically for storage of messages and all, like storage of messages and all those kind of information is जो अपना डिस्कॉर्ड है, इस पे हमने एक वीडियो बनाया था. डिस्कॉर्ड एक्चुअली यूजेस SkylaDB. दे अर्लियर लाइक दे स्टार्टेड विद Cassandra and then they later moved to SkylaDB, and for providing search functionality they use Elasticsearch. So again, you will find both these videos in my playlist, so you can go check that out. But if we talk about here, we can go ahead with any of the solutions which meets our requirements. So scale of the data, we have definitely high scale. We mentioned that we have 100 billion messages per day. Okay, then we have no relations. कुछ है नहीं भाई, messages में लोग बात कर रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि पहला वाला मैसेज उससे रिलेटेड है. कुछ वो ऐसा हो सकता है कि मतलब कुछ नहीं होगा. डेफिनेटली मतलब messages are not related. नॉन रिलेशनल डेटा स्टोर कैन बी प्रीफर्ड चॉइस हियर. DynamoDB हम डेफिनेटली यूज कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे DynamoDB मैनेज सॉल्यूशन है. इफ यू वांट टू गो एंड चेक आउट अनदर सॉल्यूशन सच एज Cassandra और Skyla is again solutions, like it's an open source solution but is also provided in form of cloud, so you can explore this as well. So there are a lot of different technologies that are available. We are right now assuming that we are going ahead with DynamoDB. I'm not saying that Dynamo is a best choice here. Other solutions can also be preferred. जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको, बस आपको देखना है कि आपको भाई कौन सा यूज़ करना है. अगर आपको पुरानी एक्सपर्टीज है Dynamo में और आपका जो सॉल्यूशन है, जो आपका कंप्लीट एप्लीकेशन है, द व्हाट्सएप एप्लीकेशन विच यू आर रनिंग इज रनिंग ऑन द AWS, so it will be preferred to use DynamoDB because you will be easily be able to integrate your DynamoDB with other solutions which are using in the AWS. समझ के बाद अब हम बात करते हैं हाई लेवल व्यू, हाउ आवर एक्चुअल सिस्टम वर्क्स. Okay, so if we talk about our high level view, like we took a basic gist before ki how our actual system looks, but let's deep dive into the structure right now. Okay, so we have there two users, Mandeep and Sakshi. There are other users as well, बहुत सारे users है. अब तुम बोलोगे यार कब से मनदीप और साक्षी से बात करवाए जा रहे हो तुम, हैं हम बात नहीं करेंगे व्हाट्सएप पे. करो भाई, क्यों नहीं करोगे. तो सब यूजर्स के लिए हमने क्या कर रखा है, sub users, all the users which are here, we mentioned that we need a persistent connection. We need a persistent connection of that user with a server. So what you can do, you have a front end service. This front end service is kind of a dumb service which has only single responsibility. What is the responsibility of this server? This service has a responsibility that it will, you can assume that these are Java actors. Okay, or if you talk about WhatsApp, okay, if you talk about WhatsApp, it runs on Erlang. So Erlang threads are very lightweight. Like you, in general, if you talk about Java, in Java, one Java thread equal to one OS thread. Okay, but in Erlang this is not true. All the threads are handled internally in the OTP. Okay, so what we mean is they are very lightweight threads, and their responsibility is that they provide a connection, persistent connection with the users. Got it? So they are providing a persistent connection with the user, and the number of threads which are per machine available are very huge. You can assume that at least there are 1 million threads running per machine. I have to definitely check this number, but at least 1 million we will be easily able to support if it is of low, if we are using lightweight threads. Got it? So this is the number. Like I think it is correct, and it will definitely depend on kind of instances, or like what kind of configurations you are using for your server, but it should be easily achievable. Now once the connection is persisted, you will also need the information कि भाई कौन सा user किस thread से connected है. भी मैसेज भेजना है मेरे को. ठीक है, तो when I say Mandeep is saying hello to Sakshi, so this message is delivered to this handler. Now this handler has this responsibility to figure out, ठीक है, this is your message handler service. So this message handler service will have responsibility to figure out कि where this particular Sakshi is connected to, कि Sakshi कौन से handler से connected है. So for this we have this in memory data store Redis. But it will definitely have a backup in place. ऐसा नहीं है कि in memory है तो कुछ गड़बड़ हुई तो उड़ जाएगा, नहीं. It will also be persisted so that in case of any issues we are able to recompute those connections कि user कहाँ connected है. Got it? So if we talk about this message handler service, this will see that where is Sakshi connected. Got it? So if you talk about this DB, what in kind of information you can maintain? You can keep the information कि this is Sakshi, this is connected to handler 2. So when I say handler 2, basically I want to know that on which server it is connected. There are multiple servers, right, on this, in this particular front end service. So on which server, which thread is established connection with this Sakshi. Okay, and then you can also keep last seen here if you need. We mentioned in our earlier table, in user information table, that we don't want to keep the last in seen information there. क्यों? क्योंकि भाई कोई फायदा नहीं है वहाँ पे that this information is very frequently updated and the user information is not frequently updated. So it makes sense here to store that information here. Got it? चलते हैं आगे. So what we are doing, you are sending this message to hello. This is first step. This is forwarded the request to message handler service. You will check if Sakshi is present or not. If online, then connected to which server. Once you figured out that, this message is sent to Sakshi, and then finally the message is delivered. And also, like as these messages are delivered, you will also send those acknowledgements back. Okay, on this same connection. On this same connection, you are also sending those acknowledgement. ठीक है, हमने बात करी थी कि हमें read receipt वाली functionality चाहिए. तो how will you achieve that functionality? You will achieve that functionality by sending the acknowledgement. ठीक है कि मेरा मैसेज सर्वर के पास आ गया, तो you will say send here. Okay, once the message is sent delivered to Sakshi, so you will say delivered here. Got it? Once the message is read by Sakshi, so you will say message is read. Blue receipt, वो read receipt double tick वाला दिखा दोगे, blue double tick. Okay, and if the Sakshi is not online, okay, if the Sakshi is not online, then you will persist the data to DynamoDB, the data store we finalized. Okay, so this information we already discussed, that one handler is one thread running on server, not OS thread. This is not a OS thread. This is basically, you can assume it as an actor model. ठीक है सर. So there are some basic considerations what we have to keep in mind when you are actually designing this system. ठीक है, तो हमने components बनाए हैं. So should message handler service persist message to DynamoDB before forwarding to receiver. ठीक है, एक component यहाँ पे आप एक चीज़ और discuss कर सकते हो when you are actually designing the system. Do you need some kind of queue in between? ठीक है, do you need some kind of queue in between here? So this message queue, this front end service will direct the messages to queue, and then the message handler service can pick up the messages from queue. So this is also a performant design. Like this message queue also has to be distributed, and it has to be durable. Durability is a strong requirement because we don't want messages to be lost. And in scenario, let's say if the message is lost, we will discuss that as well. I think I have added somewhere, but like if not, then I will discuss that with you. Okay. So this is the another example, like what kind of optimizations you can make. Either this front end service directly integrate with message handler service, कि जो भी message आ रहा है इसको भेजो भाई, ठीक है. Either you can maintain some kind of message queue in between. Okay, so the message is front end service dumps the message to message queue, and then message handler service pulls the message from this queue, and then again it pushes. So the communication happens डेफिनेटली. मतलब आपको कभी ऐसा नहीं सोचना है कि अगर मैंने क्यू यूज़ कर लिया तो उसकी वो लेटेंसी कम होगी. नो, it doesn't work like that. We just have to make sure that message service is scalable enough that it is polling the messages from the queue at regular interval at high frequency, जो भी हमने स्केल की बात करी है. Okay, moving back to our key consideration. Should message handler service persist message to Dynamo before forwarding to receiver? Do we need that? ठीक है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट हो जाता है. इस पे आप हैवी डिस्कशंस कर सकते हो. खतरनाक वाला मैं पानी पीता हूँ जल्दी से. Just one clarification, like I will not be spending much time in the editing of the video, so you might see some pauses when I actually drink the water, so please ignore that. ऐसे समझ लो कि आजकल थोड़ा टाइम कम है, बस वीडियो बनाए जा रहे हैं, मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ तो ठीक है. सो शुड मैसेज हैंडलर सर्विस परसिस्ट मैसेज टू डायनेमो बिफोर फॉरवर्डिंग द रिसीवर? वी नॉट रिक्वायर दैट. यू कैन एक्चुअली डू इट, बट डू वी एक्चुअली नीड इट? Right, like I think that if this message queue is durable enough, then why do we want to store the message to DynamoDB? ठीक है, एक्चुअली में आपको DynamoDB में अगर स्टोर करना है, you know that user is online, then why keep in Dynamo? मतलब later you will further need some kind of mechanism to delete the message कि भाई अभी यूजर को डिलीट हो गया, अभी मैसेज से डिलीट कर दो. अगर हम व्हाट्सएप की डायनेमो से डिलीट कर दो, अगर व्हाट्सएप की हम बात करें, सो इट विल सेव एन एक्स्ट्रा हॉप फॉर स्टोरेज फॉर व्हाट्सएप लाइक सिस्टम. फॉर FB मैसेज इट कैन अपडेट द स्टोरेज एसिंक्रोनसली. ठीक है, FB में क्या कर सकते हैं हम कि मैसेज एक बार मतलब मैसेज आप पहुंचा दो एंड एसिंक्रोनसली इट कैन अपडेट द DynamoDB एज वेल. बट इन केस ऑफ सिस्टम्स लाइक व्हाट्सएप, वी आर एक्चुअली नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टोरिंग द इमेज, इन स्टोरिंग द मैसेज इनटू Dynamo if the user is online, right? We are not interested in that, so why actually store it? We can completely skip that step. ठीक है, इन केस एक्नॉलेजमेंट नॉट रिसीव, ये वाला एग्जांपल हम बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. ठीक है, जो मैंने आपको बात करी थी कि अगर मेरा नहीं भी लिखा हुआ है तो मैं आपको समझाऊंगा, तो यहाँ पे ये लिखा हुआ है और हम इसकी बात करते हैं. सो इन केस द एक्नॉलेजमेंट इज नॉट रिसीव्ड बाय क्लाइंट इन सम टाइम. ओके, सो व्हेन आई से एक्नॉलेजमेंट, दीज काइंड ऑफ एक्नॉलेजमेंट. ओके, when I say acknowledgement, these kind of acknowledgement. So in case the acknowledgement is not received, in case this acknowledgement is not received, what you can actually do, this client will have responsibility. This client will have responsibility to resend this message and duplicate message. इट कैन ऑल्सो पॉसिबल कि एक्नोलेजमेंट आपने भेजा नहीं था, मतलब उसमें टाइम लग गया सर्वर को, बट यू एक्चुअली सेंड दैट मैसेज टू द रिसीवर. यहाँ पे साक्षी अपना, साक्षी है अपनी नहीं है साक्षी, तो ओके. Mandeep is sending some notification, so it basically has to receive some kind of acknowledgement कि मैसेज बेस सर्वर पे सेंड हुआ है नहीं हुआ. वंस द मैसेज इज सेंड टू सर्वर, देन वी आर श्योर कि हाँ मैसेज डिलीवर हो गया है सर्वर पे. देन फर्दर यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ टेक दैट रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. दिस मैसेज हैड टू बी फॉरवर्डेड टू साक्षी. ओके, नाउ let's say in 1 second you didn't get that acknowledgement. So in this case what you can do, you can resend this message from Mandeep. Now it can always happen कि the message was forwarded to Sakshi and the message was also received by server, but there was some issue in the network that the package was dropped and the acknowledgement was not received by Mandeep. Okay, so in those kind of scenarios we don't want to send duplicate messages to Sakshi, right? So this has to be handled either in the client, like you can easily handle in the client, because we mentioned that we are uniquely identifying the messages by message ID. So if you are getting a message which is already received by Sakshi, okay, you can identify that directly by message ID, because message ID is unique in the between those users. So if the message is duplicate, then you can completely ignore it. ठीक, client application में easily handle हो जाएगा. We don't have to keep any extra logic in our servers here. Got it? Moving forward, about the front-end service. So the servers will maintain the persistent connection with the online users. We discussed this information of which server is connected to which server is maintained in the in-memory connections DB. Got it? So we have discussed this. Now let's discuss what if Sakshi is offline. Okay, there can always be scenarios that Sakshi is not online right now. So your persistence connection, you don't have persistent connection with Sakshi right now. So what you will do, message will be persisted to DynamoDB for offline users. So this is Sakshi. Okay, So let's discuss this right now. Okay, so let's say you figured out here that the Sakshi is not online. So what this message handler service will do, this message handler service will dump the message to this your Dynamo. Okay, the message will be dumped to DynamoDB. Now once Sakshi comes online, it will establish a connection. ठीक है, it will establish a connection. The connection will be established with your front end service and फाइनली लाइक ये आपका बेसिक ऑथेंटिकेशन प्रोसेस है कि आप यूजर सर्विस को चेक कर रहे हो सब कुछ. दिस इज द इनिशियल प्रोसेस. ठीक है, वंस द इनिशियल प्रोसेस इज डन, व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल हैव टू फिगर आउट कि ये साक्षी को, मतलब जैसे साक्षी सबसे पहली बार आती है तो क्या होगा, इन दिस इज इनिशियल प्रोसेस दैट यूजर सर्विस सेंट अ नोटिफिकेशन टू सम क्यू. ओके, एंड दैट्स द मैसेज हैंडलर सर्विस देन अपडेटेड द कनेक्शंस डीबी. ओके, सो कनेक्शन डीबी इज अपडेटेड, देन चेक फॉर पेंडिंग मैसेजेस फॉर साक्षी एंड डिलीवर देम. So once the connection DB is updated, then you will check your DynamoDB. We will have DynamoDB connection here. You will check in DynamoDB, are there any pending messages for this particular user with user ID as Sakshi? Are there any messages? If there are any messages, तो जो भी आपने persistence connection establish किया है अपनी front end service FS और साक्षी के बीच में, you can deliver those messages to Sakshi. Got it? ये समझ गए हम. Now let's move to our image and video. We also had a requirement that users can share images and videos. So how that will operate? So Sakshi has uploaded an image, let's say. So this image basically will be handled by a media service. Now in media service, when I say media service, again, like Sakshi has persistent connection, right? So via persistent connection, you can just send those data bytes. Okay, that is the one scenario. Or else what you can do, if we talk about this example is little bit cluttered. So else what you can do, by simply, so this is your persistent connection. Okay, this is your front end service. So it will connect with two services at once. So this is your persistent connection. It will upload the image to media server. The image will be uploaded to media server and it will get a response back where this image is particularly uploaded. Okay, once you get that URL, okay, let's say this is URL. This URL will be sent to the URL will be sent via this persistent connection, which is maintained by front end service. And let's say Sakshi is sending image to Mandeep, so that URL will be sent to Mandeep. Okay, now once this Mandeep is not DB by Mandeep user है अपना, ठीक है. So this front end service will pass on this URL to Mandeep here. Okay, so once Mandeep receives the URL, then Mandeep can again contact with media service कि हाँ भाई ये URL है, ये वाली image मेरे को download करके दे दो. ठीक है, तो this is how your actual media or image upload or video upload works. Now let's quickly discuss about the group messages. So message handler service forwards same message to multiple clients. Now like if it's a group service, okay, if it's a group service and we have a certain limit on the number of group it has, like we are thinking in a direction that it will not cause a fan out problem. ठीक है, fan out problem बोले तो हम assume करके चल रहे हैं कि एक group में maximum 1000 users हैं. Okay, so if that is the scenario, you know that which user is connected to which handler, so you can directly forward that message. To multiple clients. What if few users are online, few offline? So again, it can be handled by updating the messages or like storing those messages to Dynamo, or basically dumping those messages to Dynamo for offline users. And once they are online, once they establish the connection, like in this scenario, so the messages will be delivered to them. So this is all about our design structure of how WhatsApp can be designed, how you will design a chat application such as WhatsApp or FB Messenger or Telegram. कोई भी आपको chat application design करनी है, this is the way to go about it. If there is any feedback, if you think that there are some things you can add or there are things you can optimize, और अगर आपको कुछ गलत भी लगता है वीडियो में, do add a कमेंट आपको करना आता होगा, कमेंट आपको करना है और बताना है if you find it useful or any feedback about it. And don't forget to subscribe for more such content. We will keep on minting and keep on creating such awesome content to help you through design and having the deep dive discussions. हम मिलते हैं यार अपने नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए stay safe, टाटा, बाय बाय.